Hey guys, Montgomery Rails coming to you once again from Montgomery, Alabama, or as my magical YouTube profile says, Rad McGuire. So yeah, Rad coming to you once again. It's been a while since I did a actual Birmingham Southern roster update. The last time I did this, I think I only had 2 or 3 engines in my roster, and as you can see, it's kind of grown to a healthy range of engines, rolling stock, even some vehicles, but I'm not going to get to vehicles in this one. So let's start with the engines here. We're going to start with the smallest power and work our way up to the larger power. Pull out this chair here so I can talk. So let's get to the first engine here. First engine we have here, and sorry if the color balance is a little off, I think it's the lighting in here. This is Birmingham Southern number 219. This is a kit bashed, or an attempt at a kit bash, SW1001. Now, my buddy Richard did this a couple of years ago. He told me that when I got it, it had little to no hand railing. I went in, my buddy Alex and I installed all the hand railing. I painted and decaled it to BS number 219, and you know, it's also got the correct fuel tank. Now there's another 1001 that's on its way here. It's 223 or 224, but it's in the green and yellow paint scheme. This is a dummy because it's on a modified chassis. Next, we have a SW1000. This was also sent to me by my friend Richard. This is done up in Birmingham Southern number 213, and it's got some slight detail variations off the prototype, meaning 213 never had a all-weather window or one of these little spark arresters, but unfortunately Athearn RTRs, I can't get this or this off the engine without damaging the shell itself, so I went ahead and painted it with it. In all reality, the engine turned out great. I love it. I can't wait to do 214 and 212. No, 211 and 212. No, 210 and 212. I'm sorry. This one, you normally saw them running backwards, so I did put a crewman here. So that's pretty cool. Next we have a SW1500. This is 354. This is another Athearn RTR that I custom painted. This one is the only one that I have currently with Flexicoil trucks. There were two, 354 and 353 had Flexicoil trucks. The rest had standard ARE trucks. So, and they were only in this all green paint scheme. These are the only two I have in the all green. Here we have number 351. This is in the Fairfield Southern paint scheme. This is an ex-Bessemer Lake Erie engine that's been outfitted with a Sinclair antenna and a AC unit. This one is got ARE trucks, and this is the only other SW1500 I roster. Here is 702. This one should be pretty familiar to you guys. This is an Athearn. This is an Atlas Trainman that I stripped and painted. This is the only 38-2 I currently roster. I'm about to start on number 700 here in the next few weeks. But that one I'm using an Athearn RTR. This one has the correct fuel tank, but yet does not have the correct back radiator vents. That doesn't really matter to me. The prototype is an XE Janie and had the shorter fuel tank, so I went ahead and cut the fuel tank to prototype specs and added FRA stripes. You'll notice that every one of my rail cars, with the exception of one, has FRA tape. Here we have BS661. This is an SD18 that I kit bashed off in Proto 2000 SD9. Honestly, I'll probably never do another. Is a pain in the butt to kit bash these engines. Cut the high hood down to a low nose, Proto 2000 shell, cab, with even the roof indent damage. I think that was done by a welder's torch or maybe some damage. It's ex-EJNE, so you still have some of the EJNE insignias. So that's pretty cool. Now we have, this is 629. This is a ex-Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range SD9. This is the only one that was in the all-stripe paint scheme. And I actually have the number boards to this one, which is really cool. This is a proto model that I went in custom decaled and also kit bashed with the prototypical fans. Here's the newest addition to the roster. This is BS number 130, soon to be 630. It is a Proto 2000 first run SD9. I kit bashed it again with the prototypical fans in the back and decaled it. I still have to do the number decals, but that's the only other decal that I have to do on this engine. I have 2 more that I'm working on currently, and one's got to go to the paint shop. So that's going to be fun. Lastly, on the engines, we have BS number 660. This one was kind of cool to me because this one is technically an SD18. This was a model I bought off of eBay in the Mesabi paint and went in and patched it to the prototype. It actually has the white patch and was the only engine to receive a white patch like this. But what's else is special is you'll notice the BS logo here. If we turn it around, you'll notice it's missing on this side because the prototype peeled off due to the heat of the mill, and you'll actually notice the prototype, you'll see a white crescent moon almost on the side. So I thought that was pretty cool with this engine. It also has the small switching fuel tank, and it is a dummy, but it is an engine that I really, this was one of the top ones to model on my list. I've done it in N-scale, so I figured why not do one in HF. Now let's look at rolling stock. We're going to start with specialty rolling stock non-revenue. These are my 2 non-revenue cars. This is a Gary's Railway scale test car that was in Fairfield Works, and from what I know is still in Fairfield Works. Is ex-EJNE 003. I have prototype photos of this to this day. The next one is BS number 31. This is a shoving platform that they used in the mill to do long shoves back and forth. A lot of times on the Highline or into the yards, you'll notice a little single chime air horn. They were actually on that. My buddy Richard built this off an old ore car, and the prototypes for these cars were actually old ore cars. So that's pretty awesome. Speaking of ore cars, let's take a look at the 2 ore cars I have so far. BSX 8901 and BSR 8956. These were the 89 series cars, and if you'll notice, the R on these stand for restricted age. So if you see a car on my layout that actually has an R, it means restricted age, that you would never find these outside the mill or outside US steel trackage. Speaking of restricted age, let's look at a coil car, a very odd coil car. This right here was when Birmingham Southern and US Steel was the Tennessee Iron and Coal Company, or TCIRR. They built these giant coil cars right here to service hot metal cars, and the crane would come down, pick these tops off, and they'd load coils in them, and it was a V-shaped hole inside, and they'd put them on so they could cool and move them outside and around the mill. There's not a lot of info on these cars. As far as I know, I think they went up to 22, so I think they had 22 of these total. They are now all being scrapped, and as you'll notice, it is an R, so these were restricted age towards the end of their life. They're still really cool cars and really wicked cars. So my buddy Richard built this for me, a cast resin car with a scratch built top, and it's a pretty badass car. So, let's look at one of my favorites. Of course, you can't have a steel mill without a bottle car. This is a 120-ton, 4-truck bottle car, built by Gary Lance of Park Lane Hobbies. And unfortunately, Park Lane Hobbies is slated to close, I believe, in a few weeks. Actually, I think they're closing. So to own one of these cars is a real honor. I wish I could have ordered more, but unfortunately, due to the price of these cars and me not making a lot of money, I couldn't. So that's sad. We're going to look at the last of the in-mill cars here. I'm not going to bust out the other one just exactly the same as this. These are my mill flats. These are the 90 series mill flats, the 9000 series. They primarily hauled rounds, and what rounds are, they are basically solid pieces of round steel that would be shipped into the continuous pipe mill. So, of course, you see one that's hauling slabs, because I wanted to haul slabs, but the rest of these will be hauling rounds. These were also scratch built by my friend Richard, and he did a pretty awesome job on them. I just went in, decaled, weathered them, and finished them. Okay, now let's look at the last of the series. These are my 6 Birmingham Southern coil guns. These are my open coil guns. I haven't started on the covered ones yet. These are my 500 series coil cars. We have 586, 585, 584, 590, 588, and 580. 584 and 588 are the only two that Athearn released in those numbers. The others I had to custom renumber. I'm always looking for these cars, so if anyone has some they want to get rid of in Birmingham Southern, please let me know. The very last one is this, the only current Birmingham Southern scrap gun in my fleet. This is BS 444. I actually have a picture of this car hauling, these were multi-purpose guns. They hauled scrap, pipes, anything really. And the prototype I actually have was hauling continuous pipe from the continuous pipe mill. It is custom decaled using I believe they were Champs decals. Get in on there and look at that really awesome BS logo. I used micro scale numbers and gondola weights, and then I used the stock BS insignia and FRA tape from Smoky Valley. Well, not Smoky Valley, it's a Smokebox Graphics. But yeah, that's my roster so far. It's a pretty awesome roster. I've got more SD9s coming, another GP38-2 coming, another SW1001 coming, another SW1500 coming, another MP15 coming. So, and I need a Union Pacific GP35. And then I think I'll pretty much back off the roster for a while and focus more on the railcar side. So that's the video for now, guys. Hope you have a great weekend.